Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I just have a question. Why do we tell schizophrenic patients that they cannot live in their reality, but we're allowing another mental health illness and telling them that they can live in their delusional reality?
Because schizophrenic people have a false belief.
Oh, okay. Would you not say the same exact thing about the T community?
I wouldn't, and I would think it was obvious that trans women aren't saying that they're biological women. I think it's obvious that if they did mean that, if a trans woman said I'm a woman and they meant something like if you did an MRI scan on me, you would find a cervix, that person would be delusional. I don't think trans people are making a biological claim, so I don't think they believe in anything false.
Wait, so then why are they trying to come into my bathroom then?
I mean, that aside,
or my jail cell.
That aside, I disagree. I disagree with those like statements. Like, I also think that we should like figure out a situation about the bathroom. But this is much more fundamental than that.
Cell?
I agree. Like, males shouldn't be in prisons with females. Male officers shouldn't strip search female like girls. Female officers shouldn't strip search male children. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the semantic content, which is important.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like being locked in for 22 hours of a day, and then as long as you're on hormonal therapy, in certain places that it's okay because they identify as a woman and they want to be in my space.
Yeah, but when trans people say I'm a woman, do you think they're saying I'm a biological woman?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what would you say a mental illness is?
I would say that a mental illness is like having a false belief.
Your body.
But yeah, but
have you experienced this?
Yeah, I just think, yeah.
Changes to Title IX.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking her because she said.
The jail cell? Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I mean, but it wouldn't really matter if she's experienced it. If it's happening, we can agree that I think anybody that like thinks that Bruce Jenner should have won Woman of the Year is delusional. But I'm not talking about those kinds of people. I'm talking about the meanings that people are trying to convey when they use like the words like woman. Like, I agree that when you guys use that semantic, you mean adult human female. But if somebody doesn't mean that by the word, and that is in line with their mental state, then it's not the case that they believe something that's false.
I just don't understand what you're talking about, mental state. Do you think that a woman will have the same mental capacity or something like that?
No, I'm saying something more along the lines of, if all a trans woman says when they say I'm a woman is I identify closely and I'm proud of like the feminine parts of me, it's not, and it's the case that they do identify with those feminine parts of themselves. It's not the case they actually believe anything that's not true.
It's delusional.
By delusional, do you mean a false belief?
Yeah, it's delusional.
What?
If you have a key and some balls, I mean, how can you identify with women? You're basically saying that biological women have to now distinguish if they're a male or not by giving them the term woman.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, if you think trans people are delusional, when you're using delusional, do you mean they have like some belief that they think is true that's not true?
Yeah.
And what belief was that?
If they believe that they are not in the right body, right, and they are going in and self-harming themselves, right? We already have this set up in the mental health thing. I don't understand it. I mean, and it's also classified too, like gender dysphoria is classified as a mental illness.
Yeah, but mental illness doesn't always mean that you have a delusional belief. Like with schizophrenia, it's the case. But if just because somebody has a medical diagnosis doesn't mean that they believe something that's false. If you got diagnosed with cancer, it would be true if you thought that you had cancer.
Cancer is not a mental illness.
I agree, but I'm saying that
that's not even a comparison. Schizophrenia would be if they were in a schizophrenic episode and they believe that they are like Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah.
Who were we to tell them that they can't believe that they're Christopher Columbus? I would say they're in a delusional thinking.
Right, I would agree, but the reason that they're delusional is because it's true that they think they are Christopher Columbus, and by Christopher Columbus they mean somebody who sailed the ocean blue in 1492, and it's not the case that they did that, so it would be false.
But so I would also classify it, right?
When a trans woman says I'm a woman, what do you think they're trying to convey?
Yeah, I'm going to say that they have a false belief system, that they are classified in the same exact category as as me.
As female?
Right?
So you think when a
and
trans
then
person
going
says
to
I'm a
the-
woman, they think that...
Hang on. Even as through actions, I would still believe that this would be a delusional thinking of through their actions of going in and electively self-mutilation of their healthy body parts. Yes, I would say that they are in a mental health crisis. And they have a mental illness. And they are in a false reality.
I'm not talking about any normative claims though. I'm saying, so you think when a trans person says I'm a woman, they mean they're exactly the same kind of woman as you are or something?
Well, I would say that would be through the actions is what is being shown, right? So trying to be pushed in there, then even trying to go and putting into like law things too of trying to say like it's hate speech. You can like look up, and I believe it's Canada. Actually,
I'll just concede all of that.
This as well. You can be like criminally convicted of it. I could be wrong on the country, but I am pretty sure it's Canada.
But I can just concede all of that. Like I agree that there are some like there's some things that go too far under the guise of like trying to perpetuate equality or something. That's not what I'm trying to get at. If I can just try one more time. Do you think that like when a trans woman says I'm a woman, do you think they mean something like if you did an MRI scan on me, you would find a cervix inside my body?
Maybe not necessarily.
Okay, what belief do they have that they think is true that's not actually true? If they're not making some biological claim.
Delusional thinking, right? Again, illness, a mental illness, to give them a false belief system.
What's the false belief, though?
The false belief would be that they are a woman. They were stuck in the wrong physical body. So now they are taking other measures to try to reenact what matches in their brain to their physical body. Yes, this would be gender dysphoria. Thinking that you are in the wrong body.
Yeah, but...
And having the mental thoughts of this.
It's true that they think that, though, right?
Huh?
You would say that it's true that they think that, though, right?
Yeah, yes.
So what false belief do they have?
That they have a delusional thinking mindset. Absolutely.
No, I'm saying when somebody that's trans says like, I wanna exemplify these kinds of traits, and if it's true
like
that
a schizophrenic would say that they're Mickey Mouse and they believe it's true, but are they Mickey Mouse?
Look, yeah. I understand. I understand that side.
From it, right. Don't pivot from it because that's what you're trying to trap her in. So the same way a schizophrenic would say they're Mickey Mouse, are they Mickey Mouse? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so the same way that somebody with gender dysphoria is a man physically, but believes that they're a woman, is not a woman.
Yeah, if a
completely different thing.
Yeah, if a man believes it, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, it is. Excuse me.
It's not.
Can I jump in here really quick? Hold on, Tori. Can we get your age? I'm 19.
Wait, but is that Abby? Abby, can I like respond? Because like this is just
I needed to get her. Well, hold on. I was just interrupting because I needed Tori's age for TikTok terms of service.
2005.
No, you're good, Tori. I was just responding to right now.
So, you can call me Zach also if you want. But Abby, the argument you made about Mickey Mouse, that's just going to be the.
That's not Abby. That's the host.
Oh,
That's me.
sorry. The argument being made is just the Apache attack helicopter meme, and the reason why people who identify as an Apache attack helicopter have a false belief and trans people don't is because of the semantic content. If you say I identify as an Apache attack helicopter, and what you mean by Apache attack helicopter is that you can shoot rockets and you're made out of aluminum and you have screws, those are all false beliefs that you have.
Is that what they believe in their head?
But yes, but it doesn't correspond to reality.
If that's what they believe in their head, that is their reality, correct?
No, that is not the reality.
No, I said that is their reality. Don't pivot from what I'm saying.
Yes,
is that
they believe that? Yeah, they're delusional.
The same way that a trans individual who has gender dysphoria or body, I forget what the other
dysmorphia.
DSM diagnosis is, body dysmorphia, believes in their head that they are a they, them, she, we, it, whatever the fuck they want to identify as, doesn't negate the fact that that's what they believe in their head.
Yeah, but...
And it's a mental health condition.
Yes, it's classified. I mean, unless we're just gonna get rid of, like, all the psychologists have, like, sat down and road for all the doctors to kind of go off of. Yeah, I mean, unless we're disagreeing with like the people that fucking wrote it.
I was just trying to draw an analogy to where Apache attack helicopter people actually have a delusional belief where trans people don't, because
no, they don't have.
Can I explain to you how?
Regardless if the delusion is in real life or the delusion is in made up fantasy land. Like, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to say, well, the person that's schizophrenic believes that they're Mickey Mouse, but Mickey Mouse isn't a real person. Well, to them, in their head, Mickey Mouse is a real person.
Yeah, but
so let's say that. Wait, hold on. So let's say that this delusional person, this schizophrenic, believes that they're a cat. Is a cat real? Is it tangible?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you can't negate the fact that this is in their head.
Yeah, but these are bad examples of what I'm trying to convey with semantic content. Let's say you identify as a dog, right? And what you mean by dog is like you shit outside and you like are like a German Shepherd. That's a false belief. But if when you say I'm a dog, I just mean that all my friends listen. All I mean is that all my friends say I got that dog in me. You're just using a different meaning of the word dog, and that's perfectly fine.
No, because the same way I could say so. Let me ask you a personal question. Are you a man?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you told me that you used a tampon to help with your period this month, would I say you're delusional?
Yeah. I'm saying trans people aren't making biological claims.
Wait. If you agree with that, then you're agreeing with what I'm saying.
No, but what I do agree with a lot of what you're saying, and I think I've made it clear that I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. I'm just saying the positions you're taking, majority of trans people aren't using the language that way.
Right, because they don't want to believe that they have a mental health issue.
No, because they're just saying something like I'm tall or pizza tastes good, which is just semantic content. Right?
But it's not semantic content, because whenever you have a penis, you're not a woman.
Right, I agree. Okay, but that's going to lead you to some
That's not semantic content.
No, I'm saying semantics are important, right? If you say that how you identify as a man is like XY chromosomes and what their genitals are, any cartoon movie, any animated movie you've ever seen, you'll have to be saying that you don't know which characters are men and women because they don't have those genitals and they don't have chromosomes. They're just phenotypes.
Yeah, I would disagree. I would disagree wholeheartedly.
You think cartoons have sex organs?
Wait, yeah, Huey the Duck, who never wore pants, was a little boy duck. Donald Duck, who never wore pants, is a male.
I'm saying that I agree with you, but I think you're misunderstanding that. But you're saying that
I'm not misunderstanding anything. I'm not playing into the mental health condition. As a medical provider, whenever I treat schizophrenic patients or patients with mental health conditions, I don't reaffirm them in their delusion. I reaffirm them in reality.
Wait, is Tarzan a man?
Yeah, he is.
Does he have XY chromosomes?
I don't know.
Does he have a dick?
Sure.
Does he like contribute in society in masculine roles and commit to those roles?
I don't. Well, yeah, sure.
But can you understand what I'm saying though?
Tarzan, the person that played Tarzan contributed to his family, so sure, yeah.
I'm not talking about voice actors. I'm talking about if DNA and biology claims are required to know if somebody's a man or woman, then you're just gonna have to say that you're agnostic as to whether Tarzan is a man or a woman because he doesn't have DNA.
No, not at all.
He had a baby, bro.
He had a baby IRL?
No,
Yeah, I mean, if you
in the cartoon, yeah, did that baby have chromosomes or was it a drawing?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just saying that's what you get into.
I have a statement, bro. I have a statement. So you say semantics.
Yeah.
I feel like that only applies to people, the individuals. I agree with you for the individual, but as a community, what they're trying to enforce is not okay.
I agree with a lot of it. Like I agree with like on a level I agree with the bathroom thing. I totally agree that you should only put sex on like biological medical records. Gender shouldn't matter. You should be treated as as a sex you were assigned at birth. I'm agreeing with all of that. What I'm looking for is some agreement that they must be using the words differently than you guys are. They must be.
That's what I'm saying. So when you talk about individual,
woman is a woman.
That's tautological.
Your name was Zach, right, Zach?
Yeah.
Is it Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, so is a trans woman a woman?
It's a human female adult.
So a trans woman is a woman.
Yeah, but not an adult human female.
So now you're playing semantics because they're
I'm not playing semantics. Everybody uses semantics. Like if you say you're tall, and by tall you mean above 5'10", but you are above 5'10", but you're not 6'2",
No,
you agree that person doesn't have a false belief.
Woman. You're negating the definition of woman.
I'm
What's
not.
the definition of woman?
My definition of woman would be somebody who.
Adult human female.
Right. I know that's what you mean by it. How can I understand?
No, it's not what I mean by it. It's the definition.
Right, and I'm saying all the point. The only point I'm making.
Just like a male would be a human, or a man. It would be a human.
An adult human male. Yeah, I understand that that's the way that the terms are being used when you say them. What I'm disagreeing with is this like thing that there's some correct definition or something.
There is a correct definition.
Every language is the same definition, bro.
Wait, hang on. Are you saying that every single word that is ever used is just completely subjective?
Do you think that's what I was saying, or is that very uncharitable?
I'm kind of really confused. Kind of, yeah.
You think that's what I meant?
Hang on. Well, this is why I'm still asking, right? So if we're gonna like put a little twist on the word woman and man, right? Why would that not follow along with every other single word that we use? Or do we have definitions as a society and a collective to come to an agreement?
We have definitions as a society that we agree on. But that's just to prove my point that like etymology exists, homophones exist, people that speak different languages exist. So just because somebody says a certain mouth sound, the mental content they're trying to convey is like just going to be unique to the speaker.
Yeah, they still have the same definitions realm, right? There might be a slight verbiage that might be slightly different, but it is not in any way comparison of someone speaking a different language.
You think that trans women use the same definition of woman as you?
We speak different languages if
you think they do?
Yes, absolutely.
You think when a trans woman says I'm a woman, they mean I'm an adult human female?
You have trans women come up and say that they are biologically women. They are women. They can carry babies.
Okay, yeah, those people are delusional. That's not so many of the trans community.
Yeah, what do you think that when they say I was born this way, they mean?
It means they were born with like a precondition to have certain like attitudes towards like expression or something.
A mental health condition. Call it what it is.
Yeah,
I'm trying. So wait. Can I try like a thought experiment or something?
Dude, you keep dancing around when it is actually circling back to the question that I asked you before. Are women, we have to distinguish whether we're female or not, allowing them to use our language.
Wait, what was the question? I want to answer, but I wasn't clear on it.
I mean, so if they steal the term women, I'm a woman, now you have to ask every single person that says I'm a woman, are you a male or female?
Okay, I agree that at some point.
And if you can't tell physically, why does it matter?
But
I don't know. Maybe if I'm walking up.
Wait. I think something might actually be helpful.
Hold on.
If like let's say a trans.
Can I make a claim really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't say anything until you answer my question. Actually, I've been asking you the same question over in the comments, but you clearly want to get away from.
Okay.
So answer me first before you want to ask a question. Will you affirm me if I tell you I'm an Asian trans woman, trans man?
Unless you're Asian, no.
No. Why not?
There's a huge difference.
Why not?
Because there's a difference. Is any of your family descendants from Asia?
That doesn't answer my question. Why not?
Yes, it does.
If I can change my gender, then I should be able to change everything else.
Yeah, but you would have a false belief.
Why can't I be Asian?
Because race in society. Hold on. Because race in society is a completely different thing from gender. That's like a completely different thing. Yes.
If you identify as black, if you identify as black, and what you mean by black is both my parents are black, you have a false belief. You're delusional.
So wait. It's only okay to have a false belief if it deals with ethnicity or race. But when it comes to sex, which is your gender, you cannot then have a said false belief.
No, I think you can, and I think the people that do are delusional. I'm just saying that most trans people aren't using the language that way. How is that?
I'm more asking Tori.
Okay, there's a huge difference between. Hold on. With the trans people that are changing their appearance, with the trans people that are completely changing their appearance and their reproductive organs, they are changing that to maybe fit the way they feel about the way society deems them out to be. If you feel that socially you are a woman, that means maybe you want to wear dresses and you want to appear the way society deems a woman should be. Society thinks that women should be like this and this, but what really is a
Tori,
woman?
what's a definition of a
Their
woman?
they have their okay, they have their XX chromosomes sexually, but can we even define a woman? What it is
What
in society?
is it?
Can
Yes.
we? No.
What
So what's
is
the
the
point?
definition
If
of a
someone
woman?
wants to go,
What
I want to
is the
go this way.
definition of
Tori,
a woman?
Tori,
Someone to
can
be
I
like,
propose a definition, Tori, and see if you
What
sign off on
is
it?
the definition
What does it
of
matter?
a woman?
If I want to be like, oh, I'm
Because we have
black.
definitions
Can you
for
look-
a reason.
Okay, hold on.
What is
You
a
can't-
definition
you
for a
can't
reason?
socially. Hold on. You can't socially define a
What
woman.
is the
You cannot socially
definition
define
of
a woman. Sexually.
Wait,
You cannot
Tori,
socially.
Tori, can I try and give a definition and see if you agree?
No, Tori, what is the definition
You can try, but here's
of
the
a
point.
woman?
Okay.
What is
I
the
just said it.
definition of a, what is it?
Somebody who
I
makes
just said it. You can't
commitments
socially
deemed to be
define a
feminine.
woman.
No.
Really?
What
Yes.
is the
then
definition
do we define
of
femininity?
a woman? It's not that hard.
I agree, but that's a more nuanced
just
conversation.
said
These
it.
people just aren't like
That
accepting like
definition-
base level
Define a woman.
semantics.
Define a woman.
Yeah, I
for me,
already
please.
did.
They're gonna
Woman
say
is
adult human female. Yeah, but listen. Wouldn't it be dumb?
What is a female?
No.
Wouldn't it be dumb for you to say when I say woman I mean this? I mean adult human female, and for somebody else to look at you and say you don't mean that when you say that? Wouldn't that be dumb?
Can someone mute right here, please, since I'm trying to have a conversation with Tori? Thank you.
I muted myself.
So, a woman is an adult human female. So, how can
What's
a
a female?
man?
What's a female?
A female is a female is the
What's a
sex
female?
that contains the ova. I'm telling you it, dear. If you'd shut up for 1 second. The female
Okay, don't
is
yell
the
at me,
sex
please.
that contains. Oh, I will do what I want, my
This is
dear.
a safe space,
This-
Tori.
A female, as I was trying to say, is a sex or denoting that has this ovum. That has the ovum. Do you know what that is?
Yes,
That's what
I
a
do.
female is. The sex that contains the ovum. Okay, so
Okay.
how can a man... Again, mute up, please. Right here, you have an echo. How can a man claim he's a woman?
Okay, it depends on what that man wants to go in society.
Yeah, no,
That
no,
biological
no.
man.
We already
They're a
know
biological
a woman,
man.
A woman is a human adult female. So how can a man claim he's a human adult female?
They're not-
Female
no
is
one's-
the sex that contains the ovum. Explain
Okay.
that.
The thing with trans people is they're not biologically claiming they're anything. Some are, and that's when it becomes delusion. I'm not saying that being trans is not a mental illness. If you think that, like, if you have this mindset, there might be something wrong with you. But same with, like, OCD, depression, we treat all of those. Like,
No, we don't really treat it with gender assignment surgery, do we?
No, because that's not the same mindset.
Self-mutilation. Wait,
That's
hang
not
on,
the same
hang on.
mindset.
Wait, through healthcare, right? Like, aren't we supposed to, like, protect our bodies, other people's, preserve life, not like self-mutilate and take off like healthy body parts because we feel like it?
Then what's a BBL? What's a nose job? What's this and this?
Oh, like nose jobs
Base.
can also be for like a medical reasoning, like a
Yeah, but if you're getting it for a
Base.
cosmetic reason.
Yeah, normally too, even like when you're going in and getting these type of things done, you're like still talking to someone too to kind of like make sure you're in your like right mind.
Okay, but the thing is, with the difference between like those mental illnesses,
Or, like,
there's
even
differences
getting
between
a
mental
food-
illnesses. I hope we know this.
Right,
You're not
even
going to go
most
to someone
food
with
jobs-
schizophrenia and say that they're less severe than someone with
Yeah, there's
mild
different
anxiety.
types of schizophrenia too, right? There's
Yes.
there's schizophrenic that's like it's like a constant thing, and medic I am having like brain farts, so help me a little bit. And then there's situational schizophrenic episodes as well. So like something traumatic has like just happened, it's putting you in there. I'd also go down to and argue like a little bit of like slight schizophrenic of like make believe friends, right? Like, do we allow children in a weird society, like even at certain ages, right? To say, yeah, this person that you're saying is your best friend that nobody else can see or recognize, but they believe is true. Do we just, as a society, just allow this type of shit to happen? Or are we gonna say, yeah, if it keeps happening over a period of time, that you should probably go speak to somebody if you're seeing, talking and hearing
And
shit?
there's trans people in therapy.
Yeah, no shit. Do you know how gender care even starts to work, like the process of it?
They have to go to therapy. They have to get diagnosed. I'm not sick. It's not a medical illness. I'm genuinely not.
They have to go to therapy and get diagnosed with what?
With gender deforming disorder. And I'm not saying.
Which is what?
I'm not saying.
It's I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm saying
mental illness.
What?
Mental illness.
What is it?
What is gender?
What are they diagnosing them with? With gender affirming care, and then what is that?
It depends. Sometimes hormones, and then if they want, they can go and get that reaffirming surgery.
The correct answer is a mental illness.
I said that. If you would have listened, I said a mental illness.
That is gender affirming care, and then
Tori's been in line with you on that for a long time.
It is a mental illness. It is classified.
Yeah, and I didn't say it wasn't a mental illness. I didn't. My whole point, I have to go soon. I'm sorry, I have to take my dog to the vet. My point.
Hopefully the puppy's okay.
She's fine. She just has to get boarded for the week. My point is, what does it matter?
We are trying to split someone's reality from delusion. That's what we're doing. Because you can't remain delusional. That's what it is.
But maybe they want it. Like, it's not the same.
So, can I just ask a quick
schizophrenic delusion where it's dangerous?
So, right, you have a bad echo. If you swipe like you're looking at a text and then come back to get rid of the echo. So would you say that, like, someone with this mental illness, right, they want to, like, mutilate feel better, do you think then we should be, like, allowing these people with this mental illness to be going in and, I don't know, maybe being locked in with a biological woman for 22 hours of a day?
No.
Why not?
Here's okay, hold on. I need to make this one last point because I've been trying to make this since I joined, and then I have to go. My last point is appearing man. Bearded, 6'2", muscular, bearded, looked just like a man. He walked in the women's restroom. What would you do?
Yeah, I'd tell him to get the fuck out, probably.
But he has a vagina.
Okay.
How do you, if the man has a vagina, no.
He can either go to the neutral bathroom, but he definitely can't fucking be coming in with me because I'm not going to pretend in any type of fucking delusion. Because I do not give a shit. I don't play into delusional thinking.
He's not.
Reality. I don't. Well, then
that man
I don't even care.
is going into the women's restroom.
If you have
that's
a
not
vagina,
the delusion.
if you have a vagina and you have a mental illness, and then you're trying to come in here, no, I don't give a fuck. I think then you can go into a neutral bathroom because you're fucking super confused.
No, one second, Kimmy. I'll make a statement on this before you go, Tori. So if that same person came to the men's bathroom, we wouldn't blink an eye.
Exactly.
So that doesn't matter. No, that doesn't matter, right?
You wouldn't blink an eye.
Women are more at stake. Women are more at stake to be harmed.
I'm not disagreeing.
When women with who've transgendered over go into a woman's bathroom, they're still at stake to be harmed. And if a man goes into a person who's appearing as a man goes into a woman's bathroom, appearing as a man, the harm may not happen, but women are going to feel uncomfortable.
It sounds like a pro-trans argument.
I'm confused on how a man has a fucking vagina. That's where I'm confused on what man has a vagina.
Because he went through all these hormone surgeries, and you wouldn't know that.
Dude, you definitely can't. Hormones don't give you a vagina.
No, because this man was born a female.
You grow a vagina?
Now he looks like a man. Because he was born a female.
Yeah, but that's
that doesn't mean he's a man.
No, it doesn't mean he's a man, but he's gonna look like a man.
Yeah, you guys are missing Tori's point.
And you wouldn't know. Because unless you pulled down that man's pants and saw a vagina.
That's incorrect. You can usually tell if a person has surgery. You can tell by the facial features. Their shoulders are broad.
So many
There's always characteristics to tell if a woman is a woman and a man is a man.
But
it's that easy.
Tori's asking in the cases where you can't tell. Tori's asking in the cases where you can't tell.
And you
There's
can't
really
tell.
no cases where you can't
There
tell.
is cases. I know several people.
No, there isn't.
So wait.
Anecdotal. I know several people.
Wait, so are you guys saying that trans women should use the same bathroom as little boys?
No, what?
Do you think that?
I'm saying
No, I
trans
think they
people
can
should
go
have
there.
their own bathroom.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So it's not about men and women's
So you're
spaces.
feeding into the delusion that
No,
if they're having their own bathroom, you're feeding into the delusion.
That's not a delusion. We have
everyone else's.
It is a
Yep,
delusion.
we have a thing called a separate bathroom. You know, there's a one-stall
But there
bathroom
is
where a
one.
lot of people
Yeah,
go
exactly.
to.
Yeah.
because they made that for trans people.
I mean,
that's
not
made
they didn't make it for trans
people,
people,
honey.
but I
That's what's
agree.
created
It's
way
also
before
a
that.
handicap bathroom 90% of the time as well. So we have these family restrooms. Yeah, that's normally what happens. But yeah, we have a family restrooms, and also it's normally single stall, right? And for people with disabilities, if you have like a wheelchair or something else. Sometimes in like the women's public bathroom, or I mean, like, don't get me wrong, don't normally walk into a male's bathroom, so I don't fucking know. But there is a stall that's wide and big for somebody also with like a disability, right?
Yeah.
So these family neutral bathrooms, they can go fucking there, because I'm not going to play into any type of delusion. And it's quite crazy to say that you cannot tell by somebody's physical body structure. You can also look at their hips, right? There's a big difference between a male's hips and a woman's hips, especially once they've hit puberty, on how they walk and present, right? Doesn't matter how many surgeries you go and get down below, it's not going to change your fucking hip structure and your physical build of a body.
Hold on, medic. I have
So-
a question for you. When a man, gets the surgery to be a woman, do they not have to dilate themselves constantly to keep that tentacle wound opened?
The answer is yes to that. I can answer that.
There you go. It's me, Erisa. There's your answer. Yes, they have a fake hole. It's man-made. They have to constantly dilate to keep that open, or that wound will close.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, it's pretty much flipping it inside
can
out.
I ask you guys like a weird question that is relevant? I promise.
Not really. Well, actually, have you heard about like the Heinz ketchup fucking thing?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Have you heard about the Heinz ketchup
No, but
situation with the tea community?
no.
Right, that have gone there? Yeah, so because they are quote unquote a woman, right, we now have a group of people inserting like frozen ketchup inside to reenact as if they are getting their monthly cycle.
Wait, Kimmy, do you expect me to be like, yep, that seems cool to me? Obviously, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, but
And as a society, right? Listen, you want to do fucking dress up, do drag, do whatever. I don't really give a fuck, right? But when I'm locked in a fucking cell for 22 hours of a day because I fucking identify as something, or you're going into a woman's bathroom, or I have to go to fucking school board meeting after school board meeting after school board meeting because I have my son who has to go point out to the boy, this is like a field trip at the end of the year, and there's a 7-year-old boy in his bikini and his balls are hanging out, and he has to ask him that. I don't think that I need to be able to have to sit down he was 8 then, my 8-year-old, and sit down and have to explain this weird delusional shit to my child because we have a society pushing this. So yeah, I would say that there are some key people that recognize that it is a mental illness and they're not as like super fucking extreme and realize that they have a mental health issue, right?
Zach,
But the
I have a
majority-
statement.
What's up?
I have a statement, if that's okay.
yeah.
So I want you to understand this. Where you're coming
Spice up and sway out. You have too much of an echo right here. Way too much.
Me?
Someone has an echo. I think it's right here.
No,
I think
it's
the
John. But anyways, so what I'm saying, Zach, is you're talking about an individual person. What we're saying is it's affecting other people. We don't care if they did their life and it didn't affect our kids or affect our schools or affect our prison systems or affect our hospitals. It's affecting other people, and that's the issue. People can do what they want.
I am agreeing with you guys about but no, there is something to talk about, and that is a way more basic thing that I'm trying to convey. I don't care about any of like the crazy liberal talking points about like They should be able to use whatever restroom they want. You should treat a female medically as a male. I'm not talking about any of these crazy things that people are pushing. I'm saying something that I think everybody should be able to easily grasp, and that is something like in your like, what is rock music?
Okay, for example,
wait.
schizophrenia.
What is rock music to you?
My mom has schizophrenia, right? That doesn't affect you or anybody.
Look.
Because
I'm telling you, I'm not talking about any medical thing. I'm just going to agree with you about any medical claim.
People living their lives.
Look.
No. What I'm saying is, everybody in this chat. No one can say that they're not. If someone in Africa, Oregon, is transgender, no one cares in this chat. The issue is the community what's being placed on us.
Yeah, but if you're expecting me to disagree that parts of the trans community are toxic, I'm not going to disagree.
Right. We're not saying that. What we're saying is we're saying that, yes, actually we're saying that. What I'm saying is we all agree that people, if they can live their lives how they want, we do not care. It's the community that's the issue. And even if it's not a majority, it still affects, even if it's just a small portion.
Yeah, but my thing that I think you guys are wrong about is way more fundamental. And it would be exampled if you just answered me like, what do you think rock music is?
It's rock music. It's what's been assigned as rock music when it started. I don't know what you're telling me.
Okay, but you understand, like, wait. This is my point. This is my point. Okay, so if you say rock is a geological claim. You're talking about large minerals. Do you see how dumb I sound when I'm not using the same definition of rock that you're using? I'm not saying that.
Right.
Rock could mean to sway back and forth.
To try to change the definition of woman.
Yeah. So you agree that they're using a different definition.
Right, so it's disingenuous and ignorant to try to change the definition of a word that is concrete.
But it's also disingenuous and ignorant to say people have a false belief when they're just meaning a different thing by the term.
They do have a false belief.
What is the false belief?
I've proven that to you.
No.
The mental illness.
Belief that they,
okay,
in
so
the same way a delusional person believes that they're Santa Claus or
listen.
Kris Kringle. Let's make it Kris Kringle.
Okay.
Or they believe they're you. Let's do that. Let's make it really concrete. I believe I am you. In all embodiments. I have your penis, I have your chest, I have your muscles, I have your hormones, I have your DNA, I have everything. Are you going to say that just because I say I have this, that this is factually and biologically true?
No, but I've been saying almost the opposite the whole time. Wait, but listen. Okay, maybe I'm not explaining this very well, and that's what the issue is. But all I'm saying is that when you say that you're me, if you mean that you're currently sitting in your car in Virginia and you're actually wherever you are in the real world, you would believe something that turned out not to be true. And all I'm saying, if there's any trans person that when they say I'm a woman, they just mean like I like making feminine commitments or something like that. And they do, in fact, like making feminine commitments. They're not saying anything that's false.
That's not the definition of woman, though.
That's not the definition of woman that you guys are using.
No, yeah.
What is the definition of a woman?
Yeah, so the way that you guys have been using it is an adult human female.
Because no, it's not the way we use it. So
You're saying you're not using it that way?
Wait. Do you know what a preposition is?
Yeah.
Okay, define preposition for me.
Like a conjunctive between a subject and a predicate that uses some action verb like under or over or through or something?
There you go. So the same way that trans, before the word woman, trans would be a preposition describing the type of woman they're saying that they are.
Oh, I think you mean it's a quantifier.
Wow.
So, okay, so let me take your point, and I'm just gonna make one last try to use your exact point and make this clear, and then I'll leave. But if I can just get 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
So let's say that some person has some mental state, right, and it's a trans woman. I agree that it says that in the dictionary. I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't understand. So let's say that some trans person, some trans woman has some mental state, right? Let's say that they took your advice and they didn't use the word woman and they just made up some other mouth sound, right? But they were still trying to convey the same exact mental content to you. Do you agree that the thing that they're trying to say to you is still being represented, and they're not using the word woman, and it's not false?
The same way that I would say that whenever my grandson says paschetti, Mama, will you make me some paschetti?
Yeah.
And I understand that he's saying spaghetti
Yeah.
to me. The difference is that he's mispronouncing a word that he doesn't understand fully yet. These people fully understand what the fuck woman means.
Right, and they understand that it means a different thing than you understand it means. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Listen.
No, because they're wanting to be that word.
Yeah, but bringing up your son and spaghetti.
What the word was, there would be no need to transition to it.
Listen, okay, so when your son says paschetti.
No, you're not gonna glaze over what I just said. Understand the words that just came out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're saying women.
Transition
Yeah.
to the definition of the word woman. Am I correct or wrong?
Yes, you are correct, but it's not your definition.
Full understanding of the word, yes or no?
They have a full understanding that's different than yours.
It's
Yeah.
the reason they need to add the preposition to the beginning of the word.
Look. It's just not interesting to say that trans people are saying.
It's not complicated.
I know that. That's why I'm like astounded that it's not getting through. Like when your son says paschetti.
You agree with us, we just think different.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is when your son says paschetti, he's making a mouth sound that's referencing some mental content that he has. And you're saying wait. You're saying the mouth sound is wrong, but the mental content is still correct. That's what I'm saying. They're making the wrong mouth sound when they say I'm a woman, but the mental content is still not false, right?
Wait. When I prove to you that these people understand the definition of woman, do they understand the definition of woman? Yes or no?
Yes, but they don't use your definition.
Okay, so then it's not a mouth sound or a misunderstanding of the word.
So you think they mean the same thing you mean by woman when they say woman?
Yes.
Okay, then that's wrong, because they obviously don't mean that.
Sweetheart.
Yeah?
I'm going to say it as slow as I can.
They want to redefine woman
What
into
woman
into
is.
a category they fit in.
Yeah, I agree they want to redefine it. That's what it means to use a different definition.
But here's the crazy.
You just conceded that.
They don't even have a replacement definition that works.
Look.
Right? Because those who feel like a woman is the only one that works, right? And that's a circular definition. That's not like a valid replacement definition.
Well, I don't use woman in my definition of
Not
woman.
Kimming doing what I just did by pulling up definitions.
Yeah, but to say that they're correct definitions just means that like.
So are we just gonna throw out the dictionary now?
No.
Fit everyone's,
Look.
Mindset.
Look,
You don't have to throw out the dictionary.
like skibbity toilet's not going to be in the dictionary, but like people made it up and they understand what it means. Like people make up words all the time.
It's a made-up word.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're yes.
So are we just gonna change the definition of a female now?
No,
You guys are agreeing that they're trying to redefine woman. What does redefine woman mean if not use it in a different way?
Hey, right here, I have a question
Do
for
I need to
you.
bring
What's up?
transgender back up? Because we're just gonna go to that next. Sorry, go ahead, Harold.
So here's my question for you. Where do we draw the line on this?
That's a fact.
Draw the line if the goal, like in accords with what goal? I don't get it.
Yeah, so let me just give you a line of questioning. So if somebody wants to make up a definition for a woman, then what are the societal expectations of this?
The societal expectations would be like if it captured something that society was trying to like speak about and it hadn't been fully like fleshed out yet, it would be accepted by society. And if society disagreed with it, it would be rejected by society.
Okay, perfect. So you would say that if society rejected trans people, you would be okay with this, correct?
Not quite. I'm saying if society were to reject the way that trans people are using the language, I would say that yeah.
Society disagrees.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let him finish.
I would say that if society ends up like saying either mean the same thing when I say woman or make a different sound with your mouth to reference that mental content, I would agree that would be a societal movement that failed.
No, so I'm asking if I'm a man, if I want to be a female, what are the societal expectations if I say that I'm a female?
Yeah, if by man you mean male and you want to be a female, I would say that you have like a false belief, right? But that's just to say that they're redefining the word, which is just to say they're using it differently.
Wait, hold on. But you just said that if I wanted to be a woman, you would say that that's not possible.
No, I said if you wanted to be I said if you wanted to be a female. When I say male, I mean XY. When I say female, I mean XX. When I say man, I mean commits to masculine societal roles. When I say woman, I mean commits to feminine societal roles.
Okay, so if I want to be a woman.
No,
wait,
but that doesn't
Josh,
work because you have butch
Josh,
lesbians, so
Josh,
they're
be
not
quiet.
women.
Okay, so my question to you is, if I identify in more female ways, should society accept this?
Again, when you use female, the way that I use it refers to biology. So I would say if you want to...
Sorry, whatever. No, I'm talking about the characteristics of a woman.
Yeah, if you wanted to like make commitments to certain feministic characteristics, I would say that you could do that. But you could do that and not be trans, and you could do that and be trans.
Hold on. So what are the societal expectations in that scenario?
Okay, I'm gonna need like 30 seconds to get this out because there's like a lot of trigger words in here. But we can have a very nuanced conversation about how much of the traits of like femininity or womanhood have been deemed by like misogynist like patriarchy stuff, where like you better look sexy when I get home from work and you have my dinner cooked. We can talk about like things that are attributed to feminism or femininity for good reasons and bad reasons, and the same for masculinity, right? You're
not talking about what I'm asking. I'm asking you if I want to dress as a woman, if I want to talk like a woman, if I want to take estrogen pills, what are the expectations from society on how to respond to this behavior?
If you were to like say that you wanted to like make like feminine commitments, I would say that like your close friends would like either like gas you up or like glaze you, or they would like I don't know, shit on you or something.
Again, you're not answering my question.
Oh, I'm trying to, so maybe I'll try again.
Okay, this is deliberate. What are the expectations from society, not friends, from society as a whole? Do we accept this behavior or do we reject this behavior? What do you think we ought to do?
I think if the behavior causes more harm than good, we should reject it, and I think if it causes more good than harm, we should accept it.
Okay, perfect. So now, what is your threshold for playing dress up?
Yeah, I'm not really a threshold deontologist. I just claiming that there is. I don't know, like, but to say that I don't know just means that we can figure it out. Like, obviously, like if
So hold on. So can I be a cat? Like, let's say that I work in corporate America.
Yeah.
Somebody has an echo.
Is it me?
All right. So if let's say, just hypothetically, I work in corporate America, are they going to be required to get me a litter box for me to go crap in?
No, but if that's what you mean...
But why not? Hold on.
Because you have a false belief, brother.
Because what?
Because you have a false belief, brother.
Okay, so, once again, if I have a false belief in being a cat, yet I want to have the characteristics of a cat, why is that incorrect? But me wanting to dress up like a woman and act like a woman, why is this permissible?
Because it's the semantic content of your statement matters. When you say I'm a cat, if what you mean is that you have like a spike. Wait, if what you mean is that you have a spiky tongue.
No, I said I want the characteristics of a cat in the same way that you said feminine characteristics if I was a male. So the characteristics of a cat, let's say that I want to walk on all fours. I want to crap in a litter box. Why is this not permissible if all I'm doing is I'm representing the characteristics of a cat, just like a female, or just like female characteristics if I'm a male or a man?
Look, if you want to walk on all fours and shit in a box, and you say, I want to walk on all fours and shit in a box, you wouldn't be saying a false thing.
Well, can I ask him one question?
Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm almost done. So, do you think society should accept me in this case?
I think you would be saying something true regardless of whether society accepts you or not. That's what I'm saying.
No, but hold on. Well, what you said is you said that society should accept this if it does not cause harm So once again, me crapping in a litter box and walking on all fours is not going to affect anyone.
Okay.
So my question to you would be, is this morally permissible? Do you think we ought to let people act out the characteristics of a cat in corporate America?
As far as a moral question, I think it's just trivially true. If it doesn't do harm, then it's like you should be able to do whatever you want.
Okay, so now you've
divine truth.
Yeah, I know, I'm getting there. So you would now say that it's okay for people to act like cats, walk on all fours, crap in a litter box at their corporate America job, correct?
No.
Okay, so you just agreed to everything I said, and then you said no.
Yeah,
so
but I agreed to the moral claim, and then you made a claim about like rules of private companies or something.
Well, wait a minute. You said that society should accept this if there's no harm. So I would say that they would have to accept me because I'm not causing harm. That was your claim.
Yeah, but my claim was society values what is it, like well-being over suffering. Corporate America.
That is society. Corporate America is society.
No, I'm saying somebody.
You're not going to dodge this.
Wait, I'm trying to directly answer your question.
We're talking about society. Corporate America is society. Therefore, they ought to act in such a way to be supportive as long as there's no harm. This is everything that you have said. So I've given you a situation that accepts all of your criteria, because now I'm just going to ask you, if they shouldn't do this for everyone, then why should they do this for trans people?
Yeah, but
so once again, we're testing your principles. So
yeah.
You would say that corporate America must accept trans people, correct?
No, I wouldn't, and I'm trying to clarify what I agree with you about the moral statement. If it doesn't do harm, you should be allowed to do it. But if the goal is to like make money, or if the goal is, let's say, not to have a box of shit next to somebody while they're working, you would adopt different norms for business than you would in society.
Okay, so if
would you
that's
disagree?
True, so you would say, hold on, wait a minute. So you would now say that businesses should not accept trans people?
No, I'm saying
they don't.
I'm saying if somebody's doing something that's out of accordance.
That's literally just what you said.
Maybe that's what you understood, but I'm trying to be honest here. So.
Okay, so once again, here I'm going to ask you two deliberate questions.
Okay, and I'll answer them.
Should businesses have to adapt to trans people? Yes or no?
Like, have to adapt is weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Should I think they should be like?
So if a man who has a penis acts and dresses and looks like a female and wants to use a female bathroom, do they permit this behavior or no?
Largely, I would agree with the bathroom case, but I'm not talking about anything like that.
Okay, so if it's the bathroom case, so once again, so would the company have to adapt to let me walk on all fours and purr like a kitten? Yes or no?
Again, just like the bathroom case, I would say no. It shouldn't be like legally required or something.
Okay, so you would now say that that businesses don't have to accept the characteristics of somebody who is biologically one way pretending to be another, correct?
Yeah, but that's true in society right now.
Okay, so they should not have to do that.
Yeah, as far as like legally obligated or morally obligated, yeah, I'm not saying you have to or you don't have to. I'm trying to give an argument for why you should.
You do realize that that's discrimination, right?
Look. Like, in some sense, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, Kimmy Medic, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, right? I brought this up. Would you agree, right? So if the transgender community can do this, right? Would you be for the BID as well? It's right up here. It's lit up in the little blue. Rare mental illness that causes people to feel a disconnect between their mental image of their body and their actual physical body. Can keep reading down.
I read it. What was the question? Sorry, I was reading.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if you would be okay with BID as well, right? Since it kind of follows along in the same exact category of the transgender community as well, right? If you want to read this.
I did read it, but I'm confused on, like, is the question, like, should people be allowed to cut their own arms off or something?
Yeah. Do you think people should be able to do this as well, right? Since they have, they believe something, but it doesn't go to their physical body as well.
Yeah, I think people should be able to get, like, plastic surgeries or something, yeah.
You think that's okay? So you think it's okay for them just to chop off, like, a healthy limb?
Like in their basement with, like, a hacksaw? No, but if it was just, like, a body modification process where, like,
let's say it's by a doctor to amputate their legs and arms.
Yeah, what I think that that's, like, a cool thing to do? No. But, like, I don't understand.
Would you be for it? Would you be for, like, the legislation of this type of shit to happen?
Would I be for, like, people being able to do whatever they want with their body? Yeah.
Oh.
Do they have a community?
Like medically assisted suicide? I'm pro medically assisted suicide. I don't like.
Zach, do they have a community? Is what I'm asking.
BID.
What I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Do they have a community that affects our kids?
I would imagine no, since I've never heard of it.
Do they have a community that affects our prison systems?
Look, I agree with you guys about all of the societal
you agree with
stuff.
Us in general, the way we think about trans people is just different from how we get there and how we think about it now. You agree with it? I don't know. I don't know what we're arguing about, honestly, with you, bro.
It's been the same point. Wait, listen. When you guys say woman, you mean adult human female. All I'm trying to say is that, like, when somebody says that something is awesome, they don't mean they have some all. They mean they're full of all. By full of all, they don't mean all full. But they just mean it was badass. And by badass, they don't mean like a defective butt cheek. They just mean it was cool. And by cool, they don't mean temperature. They mean it was fire. And by fire, they don't mean flame. Like, all of these words.
You can't hijack a term that's already being used for women, for females. You can't just.
Of course you can.
Hold on, I have a question for the host.
I have one more after you, Gerald.
Hello, hold on.
By that logic, you think, like, black people shouldn't be able to say the N-word or something?
Okay, right here. Chill. So, Medic, you had a question earlier about truth.
Yeah, I need him to define truth for me.
What is my definition of truth?
No, not your definition, the definition.
Oh, like there's like some correct definition of truth? Yeah, I mean, like, just like for the sake of argument, I could go with like correspondence theory. I think that truth is that which corresponds to reality or something, but I don't really think that fully captures what truth is, because, like, you could say it's true that a unicorn has one horn, but unicorns don't correspond to reality, but yet it's still true. So, like, I'll just go with correspondence theory.
Okay, so your definition of truth is going to be based in reality somehow, right?
Yeah, that which comports to reality, I would say, is a good workable definition.
Of reality, right?
Yeah, but there are people, different philosophies use truth as different ways, like.
Right. But now define philosophy for me.
Like the study of thought.
Can I please ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, with your definition, you said that it was a woman was someone who identifies with feminine or something like that. You can restate it, that's fine. But obviously, that doesn't apply to, like...
Because butch lesbians?
So those would not be women in your world, right?
So look...
I'm not a woman, then.
I listen, so that's what I was saying earlier about, like, the nuance. Let's say you ask me to name 3 feminine traits right now, and I say Barbie's makeup, long hair. Is it true that straight men can like Barbie's makeup, long hair? Yes. Is it true that gay people can? Yes. Trans people? Yes. Like, yeah. But there's a term. It's called intersectionality. There are going to be phenomenon that overlap a bunch of different demographics.
So with that definition, hold on just a second. Hold on, Josh. Sorry. With that definition, if I told you woman means adult human female with the ability or capacity to carry, gestate, and deliver children outside of the anomaly, would you agree with my definition?
I would agree that when you make those...
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's just to agree that that's what you mean when you say that mouth sound. That's just what semantics is.
Yeah, so all words, again, I'm just going to go back to the beginning of this whole thing. So all words in your reality are just completely subjective.
Do you think that that's what I'm trying to convey?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so wait.
That is absolutely your logic.
Let's say somebody says something like, pizza tastes good. Do you think that they can be false about that?
That is not even analogous whatsoever. What are you talking about?
No, I would say that they would be correct because pizza does taste good.
Yeah, to you, right?
Yeah, no, I would say, like, I've never met one person on the face of this planet that has disagreed with that statement.
Okay, well, I mean, we could pick another example if you want. Let's say like green beans. If somebody says green beans taste good, and some, it's a subjective fact.
It's not analogous at all because being woman isn't subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's not a subjective thing. That's an objective definition.
Yeah, I agree that when you guys say woman, you mean adult human female. All I'm trying to say. Wait, this is a hypothetical. Wait.
Why are they just trying to hijack our word?
Yeah, that's.
Let's say, but
the main point.
my point is, let's say they use a different word. Let's say they use a different word, but the idea they were trying to convey to you remained the same.
Wait, why are we getting put into another word of cis
No,
women?
that's perfectly acceptable. No,
Wait,
if they
why
come
do
up with
you-
a word that means
Right, can you define?
something different, that's fair.
Hold on. Can you define good?
Yeah. So like something that like promotes well-being or something. I don't know. Like the way I use good is that the way I define good is just good means what ought to be done.
Okay, so you're going to have basically which are going to explain a term concept, correct?
Yeah.
And then you're going to have statements. I think what we are talking about is there are objective definitions, which are going to be things like scientific terms, mathematical concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can have subjective definitions.
Yeah,
okay, that are shaped by some cultural that are shaped by by like societal context. The point that we are making here is that male and female they're not subjective terms. They're going to be objectively true based in science. So what you're talking about is this abstractness of gender.
Yeah.
And so when we hold on, Josh, hold on. So when we talk about those types of things, we are not talking about male, female, man, woman. Those are going to be biological terms, which means they are objectively true. So you might be talking about certain types of energy, but you're not talking about this in these scientific terms. So what we're explaining is that those are objective terms that are based to talk about the biology.
Okay,
So
I agree. So
feel this way, or if I want to identify or be this way, what I would simply say is that you can try to be whatever you want to, but subjectively, I do not have to subscribe to nonsense in the same way. If I wanted to be a cat or pretend to be a cat, we're not going to accept this. And so our whole point is no, we're not going to accept people that have a mental illness that want to be something. Just like if you pretended to be a cat and let's say that you wanted to be a cat and come piss on my front stoop. If you did that, I would kick you off of my stoop. I mean, it's that simple. So we're not going to put up with this playing around.
Yeah, but okay, when you ask me what good means, do you? Okay, I understand and appreciate what you just said. When you asked me what good means, and I said my definition of good is something along the lines of what ought to be done. Do you agree that when a utilitarian says something's good, they just mean it provides utility? And when a deontologist says something's good, they just mean that if we make a rule that achieves some aim, then it's good? Like, do you agree that all those three people are saying the word good, but they mean different things?
Sure. So once again, we're not talking about the definition. We're adding some type of descriptor for what good is. So what I'm saying is that there's a
Wait, can you answer my question?
Of good. Yeah, sure. So I just did. I said that it's subjectively true for the individual, but that does not mean that the definition is not objectively true.
What does it mean to say that they're subjectively true, but they're an objective definition?
They're two different things.
Yeah, so I'm saying that an objective definition, that's what I mean when it's objectively true.
Yeah, can you use it? When I say objective, when I say objective, all I mean is it's mind independent. And when I say subjective, I just mean it's mind dependent.
Yeah, right. So I would say that for the individuals using it 3 different ways is going to be subjective within the objectiveness of the definition itself.
So you agree that one
one
second, because that was pretty succinct. So you agree that people can use words and not mean the same thing that other people mean?
I would say that Duncan has the floor.
Yeah, so basically what he just did was basically affirm your position that this person that is using this word subjectively is fucking wrong.
Yeah, but for all it to mean, all it means if you say subjectively they're wrong is that you disagree, and I don't understand how that's interesting.
No, I'm saying that when they stand and when they are operating subjectively against something that is objective, you would be wrong.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they're saying something objective.
It exists independent of the mind, and you operate subjectively saying that this is true, you would be wrong. So when a woman, I'm a man, this is wrong.
Look.
When a man says, hey, I'm a woman, this is wrong. When Gerald said in corporate America that he was a cat, this is wrong. This isn't hard to understand. Anything outside of this is just pandering to someone's emotions.
Look,
True.
To say that somebody say that.
Right. So.
Go ahead.
Hey, can I ask a question? Where do y'all think the push...
Josh, hold on. Let him finish. Josh, let him finish. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, so to say that something is, like, objective is just saying that it's mind independent. And if we are agreeing that there...
Which would mean what? Hang on, expound on that. Which means what, exactly? If something is independent of the mind, what does that mean?
It means that if no minds exist, rocks would still exist, or something like that. Like, a rock is objectively true because if no minds were around to observe a rock would still exist.
Well, in a macro sense, sure.
Okay.
Right? But I would say in the micro sense, i.e. you, for example, for you to say that something is objective, it means that it would exist despite your mind existing.
No, that's not the way that I cash out the term.
I think... Well, okay, well, that's fine. Again, I'm just saying, if it is mind independent, then you can absolutely subjectively add context to it, is what Gerald is saying.
Yeah, but so, in philosophy, objective just means mind independent.
Context, do you understand, like, when someone is still talking that you shouldn't be, right? Like, that wouldn't be philosophy. That's just manners.
I agree.
Right? So now, to add context to this, right? If I say that objectively this word woman means adult human female, to me, that's going to be, it would technically be subjective. However, the definition of the word can be objective because that definition exists whether I believe it to or not. Whether my mind exists or not. Holy fucking echo, man. I don't understand this damn echo.
Swiping down from your notifications and swiping back up.
No, it's right who has the echo.
Yeah, it's right that's got the echo, but it's coming and going. Like, it's not there every time. It's,
right, because
it's like unmutes. It's there 1 minute and gone the next.
He unmutes.
Yeah, that's fine, medic. I'll come back up.
Yeah, right. Can you just swipe? Right, hold on. Can you just swipe out?
Yeah.
And come right back.
Am I better?
No, you have to swipe out of the. You have to swipe out of the app. So, like, swipe like you're checking the text message, and come right back.
Abby, don't go far. I need you up here.
Yeah,
is that better?
You may need to drop and come back. Yeah, you may need to drop and come back. It's still there.
Right, I'll let you right back up. Drop and come back. There, right? You drop and I'll let you right back up.
Yes, ma'am. I've been wanting. I've been listening to this, but I couldn't engage. But I really like. This is an interesting conversation. I hope he understands. I'm not coming at him sideways. I'm really not. I think it's an interesting conversation. I've been wanting to have this conversation with somebody that truly believes definitions are strictly subjective.
Yeah, and I would say they can't be.
Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me now? Is there an echo?
Not as bad.
Okay.
Right, let me ask you this: are you on a Bluetooth in the car?
I'm in my car, but I'm not using the Bluetooth now.
Okay.
Wait, but
I think it's gone.
Is it Duncan that's talking right now?
Gone now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right before I started echoing, you said something that I thought made everything clear. Right? You said that definitions are objective because if no minds were around, they would still like exist or something. You think that in a world where no minds exist, definitions exist?
No, that's why I said at a macro level, then you could potentially have a point. But we couldn't say that to be true because without a mind, like someone had to come up with this definition. So that's why I say there's credence. Hang on, there's credence to the fact that there is some subjectivity to it. I'm saying at a micro level, meaning you, meaning me, meaning any individual on this panel, the definition is going to be objective in the context that society has accepted this to be true. Yeah, the problem with what you're saying, that someone is colloquially using a woman to define a man, society has not accepted this. This is something that is being, it's still fucking there. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. But like, society hasn't accepted this yet.
Yeah, but I'm not making the argument that society has accepted it. I'm making the argument that they're trying to get society to accept it.
It's never going to happen.
I'm not saying it's ever going to happen or not. I'm saying that they are using the word to mean a different thing, and because they're doing that, they're not delusional in this way that they think they have a cervix when they were born a male type way.
Well, right. I would push back against you though to say if I asked you, let's go with something that we know would be definitively true. Like if I asked you right now, because you said you were in your car.
Yeah.
Now, if I said, hey, where are you? And you said, and I know that you're in your car because you've already said that you're in your car. You're in your automobile, right? But if you said, you know what? I'm sitting on my couch, right?
Yeah.
But you're defining couch as just a place to sit. This is still going to be false in every sense of the word, except for the fact you're sitting.
Wait. Okay, Duncan, I think we're making progress here. Okay, you're saying that if you, let's say that you're just a mind reader, and when I say
conversation with a grown adult,
I'm in my car, right? And if you can peer inside my mind at that point, and you say that you see that when I make the mouth sound car, or couch, I'm just referencing a place to sit, and I am sitting in a place to sit. You're saying I am thinking something that's false?
Yes, because your argument is presupposing that you don't know what a car is, and I'm saying
no.
do. And in context, of this conversation that we're having about what is a woman, the people that are identifying as some side of a woman, they know what a woman is. They're trying to use it colloquially to mean something that it does not mean, and also obviously trying to get society to accept that definition.
Look, I agree. I agree that they're using it in a different way. But what makes it the case that they don't have a false belief is because they are using it in a different way. Like, if by man they mean male and by woman they mean female, and when they say I'm a trans woman they mean I'm a female, they would have a delusion. They would have a false belief. But if you could read their mind, like with me in the couch example, if all they meant when they say I'm a woman is I want to present these feminine traits, and they do in fact want to present those feminine traits, how are they lying?
They're mimicking the female sex, and they're not us. They can never be us. It's just a delusion.
Yeah, they're saying They're saying there's something that they're not.
No. If you read their mind, right, and you saw that they wanted to express feminine traits, and it is the case that it's true that they wanted to express feminine traits, they would not be lying, right?
Yeah, Duncan, if I may, when you're done.
Yeah, well, hey, they don't have to be lying to be wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, Josh, hold on
I agree.
Duncan, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Gerald.
So now my question's going to be, so if I say that I'm in the military, but what I really mean is that I present militaristic characteristics, you know that I can go to prison for that, correct?
If you're saying like you would be able to be charged with stolen valor, I don't think you could be charged with stolen valor for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's change it then, Gerald. Let's change it. Let's say that you want to be. Let's say if I said I'm a police officer, right? But I'm not a police officer, but I do want to be, and I'm running around in a uniform that I purchased off an eBay with a badge and a car that I've wrapped in vinyl with a light bar that I bought off of eBay as well. I will absolutely be arrested for this delusion.
But do you understand how that's like begging the question when you say, if I say I'm this and it's not the case I'm this, you would agree it's not the case I'm this? Like that's just going to be trivially true.
Well, right. Well, wait, right. Hold on. So what we were just talking about is you said that if I believe that I'm a woman, then that is false. Like if I'm a male and I say I'm a woman, you would say, well, that's false. However, the statement you made is that if you are male and you present, and by saying that you're female, you're just saying that you represent certain characteristics, then this is okay. So in the hypothetical, we're not saying that we are an officer. We are saying that we are just, by saying I'm a police officer, we don't mean that we're actually a police officer. What we do mean is that we are presenting the characteristics, which to Duncan's point is the light bar, the car, the weapon, the badge, and everything else. So now you're going to have to give us the symmetry breaker between wanting to be a different sex and that's being okay,
sure,
because we're exhibiting the characteristics. But in the case of an officer, where we are also presenting the characteristics, this is somehow different.
Yeah, so I think I can do that. So,
honestly, they're also just really quick. They're also sexist stereotypes that you know these men are using to mimic our sex. Like they're saying, "Oh, we're long hair."
Wait, live. Hold on. I want him to respond to that. I mean, Duncan, are we aligned? Duncan?
Yeah. So the symmetry breaker.
We usually are.
The symmetry breaker would be like, okay, let's say that your kid is playing pretend, and they like have a plastic badge and a 6-shooter.
Right, hold on. No, I don't want to go with that. I want to go with an adult in our scenario. I want to know what the difference is in these two scenarios that me and Duncan have laid out. I don't want to add a third.
Okay.
This is very deliberate.
Okay.
These two situations. Why is one correct and one is incorrect?
In the cop example, you would be like, if by saying I'm a cop, you meant like you went to like cop training school and you didn't.
No,
that'd be false.
False. No. We are simply saying that by saying the word making the statement, we are an officer, what we really mean is that we are just showing characteristics of being an officer, which include the uniform, the light bar, the weapon, the badge.
Okay.
In the same way that a male saying I'm female, and all that they mean by saying that I'm female is that they are acting out
feminine
actualizing feminine traits in the same way that the officer is presenting those characteristics and traits.
Yeah, I would say in the cop example, if you were to like scan like if somebody could read your mind and knew what you meant when you said like I'm a cop, they would find out that you're not saying anything that doesn't align with the idea you're trying to convey. So I would say that like what you mean by the words aren't the way that people use those words, but it's not the case that you're lying. Like there's no intent to deceive or something. If all you mean like when you say I'm a cop is like I like to wear a 6-sided badge on my shirt, and you do in fact like wearing a 6-sided badge on your shirt, you're not lying. You're just expressing your preference.
Hold on. I reject this answer simply because nobody's a mind reader. So you're adding this additional qualifier, which Gerald explicitly said not to do. We're not mind readers.
Yeah, but we don't have to be hypothetical.
Even if you ran this out beyond just characteristics, and you can even include the behaviors, right?
Yeah, but
the behaviors are going to be illegal. The only difference between the scenario given and a trans man, trans woman is one is illegal and the other is not.
Yeah, but Duncan, I appreciate your suspicion and like trying to like ward off me, like doing some Weasley tactic. It's stipulated in the hypothetical you guys gave that we know your mental content. So I don't have to read minds to know that in that hypothetical situation. Wait. In that hypothetical situation,
was it stipulated?
It was. You said when I say I'm a cop, I just mean this.
Hey, can I please
where
say
was
something?
it stipulated?
It was stipulated by when Hyatt Gerald said, when we say we're cops, we just mean that we have a light bar and a baton. That's where it's stipulated. He was telling me the mental content of the people in the hypothetical. So I know the mental content of you guys in that hypothetical.
Hey, here's the real problem here is the fact that he's not following the evidence where it leads. He's starting with the conclusion he wants and trying to backfill
and walking it
a
back,
justification for it.
Yeah, it's really good.
And that's really what's going on, and that's why you're never going to get to like the base issue because he's not following the evidence where it leads. But here's an actual interesting question.
Yeah, Josh, hold on one second. So right. I don't want to jump off this hypothetical quite yet. So I would just challenge you. So in the same way that you would say society ought to accept the behavior between sexes or gender, whatever you want to use, why should we not accept the same in the cop scenario?
I wasn't making any claim about accepting or not accepting. I was saying that in both examples.
But I'm asking.
In both examples, the meaning of the words you were saying and the meaning you were trying to convey was true. Because you weren't making some stolen valor claim of like, I'm a cop, I went to like cop school or whatever. You were saying when I say cop, I just mean that I'm LARPing as a cop. And if you are LARPing as a cop, then that's just true.
Zach, everyone in here can agree with what you're trying to tell us is that these people have a truth within themselves. No one here is mad at someone in Oregon from having a truth within themselves. We can all agree with that. It wouldn't be an issue if it didn't come with harm. We don't care what people believe.
So, Alex, I do want to get to your question. I just really quick, and I haven't forgotten about you. So, right, I just want to make sure that I'm understanding. Because someone believes...
Really quick, can you start over? You were breaking up.
Yeah, so as long as someone believes what they are doing, as long as it's characteristics, then it's okay. Correct?
No. I'm saying that as long as somebody's intended meaning, right, is like maintained, then you're just disagreeing with how they're using the words. You're not disagreeing with the concept they're trying to convey.
Okay, so you're saying that I can act in accordance with whatever, and it's going to be true. So then I would ask you, how do you delineate between truth and truth? Because, for example, you said, like, if I wanted to actually be a woman, you would say, this can't happen. However, if by woman, I'm not saying that I actually have woman parts, but I just simply mean that I'm acting out characteristics, and the characteristics are true. Where's the delineation between the meaning being true and objectively something not being true?
It was kind of like it was kind of confusing toward the end, but like the base concept is that
hold on. Let me rephrase. So if I were an actual woman, you would say this child, I think that means woman is biological woman. You would say this is not possible, correct?
You were breaking up that entire time again. I'm not. I didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
So if Duncan says he is a woman, and what he means is he is biologically a woman, you would say this is not true.
Yeah, he has a false belief. He's
correct?
Delusional. Yeah.
Okay, great. So if I say I'm acting out characteristics of said woman, then now all of a sudden that is true.
Yeah, because what
can be true,
yeah, because
correct?
what yeah, because you're saying something that is real about your desires.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. So now, can you give me the clear delineation between a false belief and truth in meaning?
Yeah. So, like in the case where I think you said Duncan said that they were a woman. If by woman you mean that Duncan was born a female, right? If that's what he means when he says woman, and it's not the case that he was born a female, that's just going to be false. And if he believes it, he's going to believe something that's false. And in the case where when you say I'm a woman, it just means I want to express these feminine traits. If it's true that you want to express those feminine traits, and that's the intended meaning you are implying, then you're not saying something false. And if you believe that, you're not believing something false. Does that make sense?
Okay, so Duncan, are you tracking this? Because like I'm on board now.
Actually?
Yeah. So basically, and I'm gonna steel man your position.
Yeah, please. I love this.
Everybody else.
Yeah, he's already conceded the point too, by the way, Gerald.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So what you're essentially saying is that there are definitions, okay, that are objectively true, that you would say if you are acting in accordance with said definition, it might be true or it might not be true. So for something that is objectively true, like a scientific fact, like a woman, so if I say the term woman, and what I mean by woman is that you are an adult female
yeah.
with select chromosomes, you would say, or if I wanted to say, well, I'm a female, and that's how I'm using it, or woman, whatever I said before, you would say, well, no, you can't do that because the definition that you're using, you cannot actualize this definition. But if I were to say something like, well, I'm a woman, and you say, well, what do you mean by that? And I say, well, I'm just acting out characteristics, you would say that this is true because I'm able to actualize the definition, correct?
Right.